Good morning, children. How are you all? Hope you all are fine. Children, today we are going to learn English. Before going into the lesson, last week what we learned? We learned poem Come Out With Me. In that one, what we learned? We have to enjoy the nature. We should not run along the world. Always we should be happy. We should be happy. Okay, children. Today we are going to see the new words, synonyms and book exercise. First we'll see new words. Number 1, river. What's the spelling for river? R-I-V-E-R, river. Number 2, quiet. Q-U-I-T-E, quiet. Number 2, quiet. Q-U-I-T-E, quiet. Number 3, still. S-T-I-L-L, still. S-T-I-L-L, still. Number 4, sailor. S-A-I-L-O-R, sailor. Number 5, darling. D-A-R-L-I-N-G, darling. D-A-R-L-I-N-G, darling. Number 6, drowned. D-R-O-W-N-E-D, drowned. D-R-O-W-N-E-D, drowned. Number 7, water wheel. W-A-T-E-R, water. W-H-E-E-L, wheel, water wheel. Number 8, everyone. E-V-E-R-Y-O-N-E, everyone. E-V-E-R-Y, every, O-N-E, everyone. Roundabout form. R-O-U-N-D, round. A-B-O-U-T, roundabout. F-A-R-M, farm. Number 10, ground. G-R-O-U-N-D, ground. G-R-O-U-N-D, ground. Children, last week itself I have given these new words. This week why I gave means because you have to copy down in the notebook. Understood, children? Next we'll see the synonyms. Darling. Darling means what, children? One, dearly loved. One, dearly loved. Number 2, dead. Not in use anymore. In this poem, dead means what? Not in use anymore. Not in use anymore. Because dead water wheel is given, isn't it? Okay, number 3, water wheel. A large wheel used in the past to turn mills. A large wheel used in the past to turn mills. Drown. Die by being immersed under water. Die by being immersed under water. Children, I think you would have been thorough in the new words and synonyms. Understood, children? Okay, we'll see the book exercise. First, we'll see write true or false for these sentences. Write true or false for these sentences. Number 1, the sun shines on the river and on the hill. The sun shines on the river and on the hill. Yes, it's true. It's true. What's the spelling for true, children? T-R-U-E, true. Don't write T-U-R-E because some of the children will write like that only. T-U-R-E. Then the spelling is wrong. Understood? Always you have to write T-R-U-E, true. Number 2, there are 5 new puppies on the farm. How many puppies were there in the farm? 8 puppies were there. But what the question is here? There are 5 new puppies on the farm. It's false. F-A-L-S-E, false. False spelling what? F-A-L-S-E, false. Don't write F-L-A-S-E. Understood, children? Okay. Number 3, the child met a pilot. Did the child met a pilot? No. The child met a sailor, isn't it? So the statement is false. The statement is false. F-A-L-S-E, false. Number 4. No one plays with a child because they are busy. What's answer? True. Yes, no one was playing with the child. They were ignoring the child. They were ignoring the playful child. Number 5. There is a water wheel under the mill. There is a water wheel under the mill. True. Number 6. The child is happy because she or he is called a little darling. The child is happy because she or he is called a little darling. In the poem, the child was not called as darling. So the statement is false. 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 Okay, children, we'll see the next. Write homophones for these words. Write homophones for these words. What are called homophones, children? Words that have the same sound but different spellings and meanings are called homophones. Once again, I'll repeat. Words that have the same sound but different spellings and meanings are called homophones. Example, I'll give one. See, sun. What's the spelling sun? S-U-N, sun, and S-O-N, sun. These both pronounce the same sound, isn't it, children? S-U-N, sun also is there. S-O-N also is there. These two words pronounce the same sound, but the spellings and meanings are different, isn't it, children? S-U-N, sun, spelling is different. S-O-N, spelling is different. And what's the meaning also is different, isn't it? S-U-N, sun meaning is different. S-O-N, sun meaning is different. This is called homophones. These are called homophones. So here we'll see some of the homophone words. Number 1, C. S-E-A-C, S-E-E-C. Number 2, 8. E-I-G-H-T, 8. A-T-E, 8. Dear. D-E-A-R, D-E-E-R. Can you see, children, the variation between these two words? Number 4, weather. W-H-E-T-H-E-R, weather. And another weather is W-E-A-T-H-E-R, weather. Number 5, week. W-E-E-K, week. And W-E-A-K, week. Number 6, break. B-R-E-A-K, break. And B-R-A-K-E, break. Are you thorough, children? What are homophones? Are you thorough? Okay. We'll go to the next one. Fill in the blanks with phrases from the box. Fill in the blanks with phrases from the box. What is called a phrase, children? A group of words. A group of words which make sense but not complete sense. A group of words which make sense but not complete sense is called a phrase. See, on example, on the river is a word. It's a sense which makes sense. On the river means that is a meaning for that one, but it's not a complete sentence, isn't it, children? So it's called a phrase. Example, what? On the river, at roundabout farm, under the mill. It doesn't have complete sentence. Understood, children? We'll see some of the fill in the blanks. See, in the cupboard, with long hair, near the park, on the hill, into the ground. There are 5 phrases they have given. With that, you have to fill in the blanks. Understood, children? Number 1, we'll see. The child saw a rabbit going. What will come, children? Can you guess? Into the ground. The child saw a rabbit going into the ground. When into the ground is there, that is not a complete sentence. But now when we read, see, the child saw a rabbit going into the ground, it has a complete sense. Isn't it, children? Number 2, the wind was blowing on the hill. The wind was blowing on the hill. Number 3, please put your clothes in the cupboard. Please put your clothes in the cupboard. Number 4, the school near the park was built last year. The school near the park was built last year. Number 5, the girl with long hair is my sister. The girl with long hair is my sister. See here, when you have when the sentence is completed, what you have to do? You have to keep a full stop, isn't it? See, when you have in the cupboard with long hair, can you keep full stop? No, because it's not a complete sentence. So you should not keep full stop. But see, when the child saw a rabbit going into the ground, what you have to do? You have to always you have to keep a full stop. When the sentence is completed means complete sentence is there means you have to keep a full stop. Understood, children? We'll go to the next one. Fill in the blanks with suitable question tags from the box. Fill in the blanks with suitable question tags from the box. What are called question tags, children? Words that are added at the end of the sentence. Words that are added at the end of the sentence and change a statement into a question. Change a statement into a question are called question tags. Before using the question tag, a comma is always added before a question tag. A comma is always added before a question tag. Can you see example? This was a sweet poem. Can you see the comma there? Yes. After comma only what you have to do, write? You have to write a question tag. Wasn't it? Understood? See here was is there. WAS was is there. So this was a sweet poem. Wasn't it? Okay, children. We'll see few examples. See, with these words you have to fill up the question tags. Understood? Did she? Should be? Was it? Didn't they? Isn't he? Understood, children? Yes. Number 1. Everyone called the child little darling. Everyone called the child little darling. Everyone means what? All. Isn't it? So, what will come? Didn't they? What will come? Didn't they? Number 2. The water wheel wasn't working. The water wheel wasn't working. So, wasn't, was is there. So, what automatic water wheel is a thing. So, it comes, you have to use it, isn't it? So, was it. So, was it and question mark. Number 3. We shouldn't keep birds in cages. Here shouldn't is there and we also is there. So what's the answer will come? Should be. What will you have to write? Should be. Number 4. Henry is faithful, friendly. Henry is friendly. Henry is a boy, isn't it? And is there. So what you have to write the question tag? Isn't he? Henry is friendly. What you have to write? Isn't he? Okay. Number 5. Meeta did not give you the letter. Meeta did not give you the letter. Did she? Because did is there. And Meeta is a girl. Meeta is a girl. So what you have to write? Did she? Okay, children. Once again, I'll say, we have to write the question answer. What are homophones? What are called phrases? And what are called question tag? First, we'll see what are called homophones. What are called homophones, children? Words that have same sound. Once again, let's say the words that have the same sound but different spellings and meanings are called homophones. Yes. Then we'll see what are called phrases. What is called a phrase? Yes. What is called a phrase? What is called a phrase? A group of words which make sense but not complete sense. Once again, a group of words which make sense but not complete sense is called a phrase. Okay, next we'll see what are called question tags. What are called question tags? Words that are added at the end of the sentence. Words that are added at the end of the sentence and change a statement into a question. Once again, I'll repeat. Words that are added at the end of the sentence and change a statement into a question are called question tags. Children, and see here, a comma is always added before a question tag. Always we have to place comma before a question tag. Children, see, these three things we learned, three questions we learned. What are homophones? What is called a phrase? And what are called question tags? These three questions also you have to learn. Children, you have to learn, because in this poem no question answer is there. So you learn this question answer. Understood, children? What you have to do is you have to take lesson 1, you have written Black Beauty, isn't it, children? So what you have to do, you write next one, poem 1, come out with me. Poem 1, come out with me, and you copy down the new words, synonyms, and this book exercise, because you are not having books, isn't it, children? So if you copy down this in the notebook, means it will be very easy to learn for you. Understood? And this poem is not a memory poem, so no need to memorize this, but you can read the poem. Understood, children? If a memory poem means I will tell this is a memory poem, I'll tell, that time you can learn. Understood, children? So what you have to do, you have to copy down in the notebook. And what's the homework today is, what you have to do, what are homophones you saw, and I gave 6 words, isn't homophone words, like that. What you have to do, you have to find out a new homophone words. Not, you should not copy down from the book, or copy down what I have given. You have to find on your own, and you have to write 5 homophone words. Understood, children? 5 homophone words, and then you have to send these 5 homophone words is enough. This one you can send it in the Google Classroom. This book exercise and new words and all, you no need to send. You can copy down in the notebook. All should write in neat handwriting, children. Some of them are writing in neat handwriting, but few of them are scribbling. So what you have to do, you practice, use pen, not pencil, because 4th standard you are going to write in pen. So what you can do, question you can use black pen and answer in blue. Understood, children? Question in black and answer in blue, and leave one finger gap in while writing, so that it will be very neat. And one line you have to leave. One line you have to leave. Understood, children? I think don't waste your time. Go on learning, because you have more time nowadays. Don't waste your time by playing games in phone or watching TV. Spend time in studies, so that it will be very easy for you. Thank you, children. We'll meet in the next session.